coming to the end of Sefer Bereshis, Parshas Vayechi. So in the Parsha, we have, the bulk of the Parsha is Yaakov Avinu gives brachos at the end of his life to Yosef, to Efraim and Menashe, and to the rest of the Shvatim. Brachos that will have prophecy and guidance and help them through the rest of Jewish history. So there's an interesting line that Yaakov blesses Efraim and Menashe. He says, this is how Klal Yisrael will bless their children. They say, well, Hashem should make you like Efraim and Menashe. So that this should be the bracha that you'll give your children. So I saw an interesting question discussed. Why Efraim and Menashe? When a person comes to bless his daughter, he says, Yesimcha, Kesara, Kerivka, Kerachel, Keleah. That he blesses his daughter that she should be like the four imahos. So why would a boy be different? Why shouldn't you bless him Yesimcha, Ke Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov? Why Ke Efraim and Menashe? So I saw a pshat of Rav Moshe Sternbach in the Tumftam Vadas. He says a pshat that we find that when Yaakov is getting ready to bless them, in the beginning he gets a little bit startled. It says in Mem Ches Ches, it says that he saw them and he said, Mi Eila, who are these? He says, who are these? Rashi explains, he saw Risham in their future and he was quite taken aback. Maybe there's something wrong with the Yichus or something like that. And then Yosef clears it up with him and he ends up blessing him. He says, Hashem bless your children, Yosef. May they have the zchus to always be called by my name, meaning by Avram, the name Avram of Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. I think they say the pshat in this bracha is he's blessing him that people should always look at his descendants and say, recognize them as true descendants of Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. That we should always live up to our namesake and to the greatness of our ancestors to the best of our abilities. So when he blesses them, Efraim and Menashe, he's really looking at their whole trajectory throughout Jewish history, not just the two people in front of him, but seeing their legacy through all the generations and ascertain that there's always going to be goodness and greatness from his children. So in that sense, just as shown the bracha could be Efraim and Menashe is a bracha that not just to the child in front of you who you're giving that bracha to on Friday night, but a bracha to him all the way through, that his descendants forevermore, they should always be Efraim and Menashe, that the descendants should always follow in the path of Hashem and His Torah as well. A small kash on it from the 10 lost tribes. I'm not sure exactly what Rosh Hashanah means, but this idea that Yaakov Avinu looked at them through all the generations and he was pleased with what he saw, and we also are giving our children bracha that through all the generations it should be pleasant and good in the ways of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. A different idea brought Rav Hamana brings in the Eved HaMelech, which I think is a very nice idea, that the pshat is that if you look at the other 12 Shvatim, their tremendous greatness, Chazal tell us the only Avera that any of them ever did was the selling of Yosef. Then Binyamin was not part of that. It says Binyamin never did a chet. So they were raised in the house of Yitzchak and Yaakov. They were exposed to Torah, they grew up in Eretz Yisrael, they had that benefit. Efraim and Menashe were brought up in Mitzrayim. They never met Yosef, they grew up in the opulent palace, in the world power. They really had tremendous, in a sense, they had that tremendous draw of all the tumah of Mitzrayim and all the things that were going on there. And they were never drawn after. They became just as great as the other Shvatim. That's why the Zohar be among the Shvatim. So they have a certain greatness of Menashe that they were able to be in the world, in the world of Tumah, and really achieve greatness, really be able to counteract it. So Rav Hamana suggests maybe this is part of what we have in mind when we bless the children. They should be Efraim and Menashe, that they should have the ability to be able to go in the ways of the Torah, despite whatever challenge they're going to be in, whatever environment they're going to be in, that they should always be like Efraim and Menashe, who are able to achieve the pinnacle and the highest levels of greatness, despite their being in difficult and threatening environments and situations. Let's close with two more quick ideas about the idea of birchas habanim. We know it's a tremendous chus to be able to bless children, that they should go in the ways of their forefathers and go in the ways of Hashem and His Torah. Many people have the custom on Friday night, they say, Yesimcha, Efraim and Menashe, and Yevarechecha, Hashem Yishmerecha. There actually is a controversy, a machlokas in halacha. There seems to be an aveira in the Torah for a non-kohen to put his hands on the head with definitely the way that Kohanim give the bracha Yivarechecha. There's an isser for a non-kohen to do it. I believe there's somewhat of a discussion in the halacha how far that isser goes. Meaning, is there anything wrong with a parent who's not a kohen putting his hands on the kid's head and giving him a bracha of Yivarechecha, or is that bracha reserved for the kohanim? People should ask their shayla. I know that there are people who are stringent on the topic. Another idea that Rav Haminer, who clearly is comfortable with giving the Yivarechecha, that he brings a Zohar that talks about the idea that before a person is Mavarech, he should be Mavarech HaKadosh Baruch Hu. If Hashem is not Mavarech, if a person is not Mavarech Hashem, then the Baruch will be Mekayim. He says that's why Yaakov Avinu, before he is Mavarech, he first says, Hamalach HaGol Simikara Yivarech HaSaniyarim. He first praises Hashem, that Hashem has always blessed him with these malachim to help him. And then he says, may Hashem also bless my children. So he first blesses HaKadosh Baruch Hu for the malach that he sent him, and then blesses him and then gives blessing to his children. Hamana suggests that maybe a person should say, Yisbarach Shemosha HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Yesimcha, Efraim and Menashe, maybe to preempt with some sort of a bracha. He actually brings a sefer that suggests that this is maybe why some people have the custom to write Baruch Hashem or Be'ezras Hashem at the beginning of a letter, is because often, before they bless their friend, I hope things are going well with you and things should continue to go well with you. The first, Baruch HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Shemo, to allow the bracha to be Mekayim. Haven't heard people do that, but interesting idea. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu help us that we should be zayich to have good children and be able to bless them, and that the bracha should be Mekayim, and we should only see nachas and good things from them. Wishing you a wonderful Shabbos.